This is the AMD FX 9590 with liquid cooling system. So in my gaming PC I have the FX 8350 installed, and I was originally using the stock cooler that came with it, and this started working overtime, so I figured it was time for a new cooling solution. So I bought the Coolermaster Seidon 120XL liquid cooling system, and to my surprise, the system that came with the 9590 is the exact same one, so I already have it installed. It was quite difficult. I felt like I was going to break the motherboard when I was mounting the brackets and the back plate. I'll show you that in a second. But it looks like all I need to do now is swap out the processors. I have this set up in a push-pull configuration. I have two fans here. Both of them are pulling air in. Well, this one's pulling air in, this one's pushing air in this way. So I'm using cool air from the outside to cool the radiator. I have another fan up top here that's pulling hot air out of the system. And I have two fans in the front pulling cool air into the system. And I figure the one fan's enough, since heat naturally rises. That's going to bring the hotter air from the system out, whereas the cooler air is helping cool everything else. So this is a back plate I was talking about, and luckily my case here, you can remove the back side of it, and the case had a cutout so I can actually access the back part of the motherboard without taking the whole thing out. I don't know if you could see, but the screws barely make it through. I had to push so hard this way and push the plate so hard that way that they barely latched on, and I felt like I was going to strip the screws, or strip the holes here, and have to buy like a whole new backplate piece, but I actually got it on and made it work out. Tubes that carry the liquid are really stiff, so I mounted it with the tubes on top, and then I mounted it on the processor this direction, as you can see over here. And the screws, that hold it to the mounting plate on the back actually have springs on them, so it's a little hard to tell how much tension you actually do have in mounting those on there. So it looks like I'm actually going to have to unscrew this from the back plate. Yep, the back plate fell off. So let me pull this. Oh, it's like the thermal paste is holding. Alright. Oh, looks like a little too much thermal paste from last time. E350, ready to pop in the 9590. Okay, make sure that's seated. Put that down. Now I gotta stand this thing back up and then remount this with the screws. Got a little thermal paste on there already. Alright, let me stand this up. Alright, moment of truth time. Let's see if it'll turn on. Okay, got lights. Alright, looks like it's starting up. To the BIOS here. And looks like we got our processor in there, 4.766. Temperatures are looking good. Voltage is holding steady. Looks like we're good to go. And looks like that is a successful install. Fans are running. Right, and I have now just upgraded my system to the 9590.